Okay, so boys and girls, the experiment we're gonna do today is called sink or float. You're gonna need a bowl, fill it up with water, and you can pick out a bunch of items. I picked out 5 items. I picked a penny, a block, a ball, an Easter egg, and a spoon, okay? Now, what's the first thing whenever we do a science experiment in school, we always make a prediction. What's a prediction? Good job. It's a guess, right? But it's not a silly guess. It's a smart guess, okay? So, the first thing you're gonna do, we're gonna send home a little chart. If you can't print out the chart, you make your own chart. Mrs. Maldonado made her own. So here, I wrote the words, or you could draw the pictures of the items. The first spot right here, it says your prediction. So you have to check whether you think that item is going to sink or float. So the first thing we have is a penny. Do I think it's going to sink or float? So I'm gonna say, I think it's going to sink. So I put a little check right next to the sink. Okay, next is a block. Do I think it's going to sink or float? Maybe sink. Ball. Sink or float? Maybe I'll say float. An Easter egg. Let's say float. And a spoon. Let's say sink. So these are your predictions. They could be right or wrong. It doesn't matter. It's just a guess. Then when you're done doing that, then you do the actual experiment. So let's find out what happens when we put these items in the water. So first thing we're gonna do is a penny. Our guess was that it's going to sink. Let's see what happens. Oh, there you go, we were right. So now I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna check sink. What's the next item? A block, a wooden block. Let's see what happens. What? I said it was gonna sink. What's it doing right now? It's floating. So I'm gonna check the box that says float. Next is ball. Let's see what happens. Wow, it's floating. So I'm gonna check float. Here's an Easter egg. We said it's going to float. There it is, it's floating. So let's check float. And here we have a spoon. We said it's going to sink. Let's see what happens. There you go. Sink. So that's how I filled out my chart, okay? Or you could fill out the one that I'm gonna send in an email. It's up to you, okay? So I want you to try this experiment at home with mommy, daddy, grandma, grandpa, auntie, uncle, whoever's watching you. And make sure that the items that you put in the water are okay to get wet, okay? We can't wait to see your experiments at home. Make sure you have lots and lots of fun and have a great weekend. Bye-bye, pre-K.